This is the new America, where politicians can hide from unpleasant things. American public gets bored easily. Will they still care about Libya, the IRS, and even domestic spying in August? The president is banking on a no answer to that question. By the way, you may have noticed that Mr. Obama rarely gives interviews anymore. And when he does, they are carefully orchestrated. So what we have now is an executive branch largely unaccountable. Mr. Obama knows he doesn't have to run again. He also knows he can keep quiet and very possibly ride all this stuff out. And that's a memo. Now for the top story tonight, reaction. Join us from Washington, Fox political analyst Charles Krauthammer.
Look, it's absolutely right. There are two things happening here. Number one, it's the strategy of all presidents. When there's trouble out there, you insulate them, you hide them, you put them away, you make sure that all the focus is on people beneath him, you know, either in the cabinet or even lower than that. That's the age-old protection strategy. That's what they're doing. Nothing new here. But what I think is new is Obama's leadership style, which in effect doesn't exist. The man is a bystander to his own presidency. Look at his reaction to the IRS. I am outraged to learn about the IRS scandal. DOJ snooping on AP and our own James Rosen. He says, I'm deeply disturbed by this intrusion onto the press. Even in Benghazi, he expresses his deep regret, and then he says, I have to find out what happened. He's the commander-in-chief. He's the president. He acts as if he's just stumbled upon the scene of an accident, and he's catching up. And he's done that throughout his presidency. The lack of leadership in this administration from the top, from the president, I think is quite unique. Even in the one place where he acted, in Libya, he had to be dragged into it and persuaded. He comes in late, and then he leaves the scene to such an extent that it descends into chaos, and we know how it ends up with 4 Americans slain. This is the strategy of leading from behind, which is simply a kind way of saying no leadership at all.
All right, but some conservatives don't believe that. They don't believe that Barack Obama is a bystander at all. They believe that he is the puppet master, that he orchestrates all of these things through a strategy of deniability, all right, by his inner circle, and then that they're using the government to do things that benefit him and the Democratic Party. I mean, I get mail, and I'm sure you do, about this stuff all the time. So it's a conspiratorial point of view, but you're just rejecting that 100%. You just say, like, he just doesn't know. So then why is a smart man like that, head of the Harvard Law Review, why would he be disengaged? Why wouldn't he be paying attention? Why would he be so uninformed?
If you're him and you're as ideological as he is, and he surely is, when he came into office, he said in his first State of the Union address, I'm not here to tinker. I'm not here to reform. I'm not a Clinton. I'm going to change America. He went ahead and said, I was going to do it. Healthcare, education, energy. He changed healthcare. And then he did not succeed with energy. He did not get cap and trade. And then within a year and a half, he loses the House. And he knows that having lost the House, the rest of his agenda will never advance. And that's why he's sort of stuck. He's enjoying the presidency. He golfs a lot. He uses that airplane a lot. He's going to have a lovely few weeks, I think, where is it, in Cape Cod? But to actually be active in anything, he's always leading from behind, even on immigration. He said he would do it in the first term. He didn't do anything about it. He was pushed into it by the party, and they'll have to do something. Gun control. He didn't want to do gun control, and then it exploded on him with Newtown, and then he failed. I mean, this is not, if you're looking at presidents, go back to LBJ, they were interested, they were engaged, and they got stuff done. Some of them didn't succeed. But this man plays the bystander president.
All right. Now, if